Hello, and welcome to another episode of World Fusion. Today's one of those days. It's been raining all day. Kind of lazy, but I think today what we're going to do is bring together Greece and France with two very common dishes. One is chickpeas and rice, which is a Greek dish, and the other is chicken Francaise. But instead of a chicken, we're going to be using fish, tilapia, to make it a little lighter. So right now I have a nice pot preheated, medium-high heat. I've added a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. To that, I'm going to add some onions. I'm going to give them a saute. Just like this. See how easy that is? So basically, this dish is one of those dishes that is very simple and it can feed a whole lot of people with just one can of chickpeas. So I'm getting the onions sauteed a little bit. Right. Next I'm going to add our chickpeas to the thing. Now I've drained these. But save the chickpea juice, because you're going to be using it as part of your liquid. Give these a saute. Onions, chickpeas. Just like that. Right? And while that's going, I'm going to preheat this skillet to a medium heat because that's going to be for our francaise. So, everything looks good. So now I'm going to start adding seasonings. Now for chickpeas and rice, very common ingredients in Greek cooking. Of course, salt and pepper. Salt. Black pepper. But then, there's that combination of dill and cinnamon. I'm going to use a teaspoon of dry dill. Good, show you it. That's about a teaspoon. Dill. Now I'm going to add about a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon. Yes, cinnamon. And nutmeg. And give that all a stir. A little more cinnamon. So then after that, yeah, it's pretty easy from now on because now we're going to add about 2 cups of rice. That has been rinsed off because you don't want this to be too starchy. And we're on our way to this being really good. And that was Carolina rice, by the way, but you should use Uncle Ben's. And about a tablespoon of tomato paste, and then we can add our liquids. About a tablespoon of tomato paste. And then we can add our liquids. Right here is the chickpea juice mixed with about a cup of hot water. I'm going to add another 2 cups of water. Another 2 cups of hot water. So that's a total of 4 cups of liquid. And then To that, I'm going to add about 3 teaspoons of chicken base, which looks like this. I have to use half of this one because each of these is 2 teaspoons. And we're only putting 3 cups of chicken stock, about a cup of chickpea juice. And that's about it for the chickpeas and the rice. So I'm going to bring that mixture to a boil, and then we're going to simmer it. And then right now, I'm going to go and we're going to start on our fish. So over here, all this is an egg mixture of 3 eggs, salt, pepper, fresh parsley, a little bit of lemon zest, and garlic, and a little splash of milk. We just whisked it together. Then I tossed the fish in some flour seasoned with salt and pepper, and then the egg mixture. I'm going to get this now into our pan. So here's our fish. Get it into the pan. That has a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and butter in it. You can only cook about 3 of the tilapias at one time. And be sure it has a lot of olive oil and butter because you don't want the egg mixture to stick to the pan. And use a non-stick pan. Well, that's about it for this dish so far. When we come back in part 2, I will show you how we put this all together and we make a very simple sauce for this tilapia Francaise and put this Greek-French fusion all together. And we're going to even have a Greek salad at the end too. See you in a bit.